What is going on, everyone? Luca Rosano here, back with another video. Hope you're all doing well. And the Raptors finish up the preseason as they beat the Washington Wizards 113 to 108. They finished the preseason with an above 500 record, 3-2. I'll take it. And I don't know what happened to the Wizards tonight, man. Wizards, you played a Raptors team that was without their big three. You played a short-handed Raptors team at that. And I mean, you played all your starters and you still lost. If you're a Wizards fan, I know this is just the preseason, but this was unacceptable. This was a game that the Wizards should have easily won. They were 7.5-point favorites. So if you did take the Raptors plus the points tonight and you took the Raptors outright, congrats, because you made yourself a great bet. Let's talk about the game. And this was going to be a big game for certain Raptors players who are still trying to crack one of the Raptors' final 3 roster spots. Before we get into that, Goran Dragic started again. He had 16 points in 22 minutes. Precious Achiuwa, man. I am going to love watching this guy play this season. Every time he's out there on the court, he brings great energy. He's after the ball every single time. And you could see why Masai was so high on him. And I'm so glad the Raptors were able to get him in that return for Kyle Lowry. He's going to be an absolute monster for this Raptors team. I was a big fan of Achiuwa before he came here, while he was playing with the Heat. I know I'm going to be a mega fan of his now that he's actually playing for the Toronto Raptors. He had 9 points, 10 rebounds. Scotty Barnes. Scotty. 9 points and 7 assists. This dude continues to impress with his facilitation, and he actually hit a couple of nice shots tonight. If Scotty can get his shot going, he's going to be very good because we know how versatile he is, and we know that he just does it all on the court. Such a fun guy to watch. Gary Trent Jr., he started tonight. Is he going to start on opening night? That remains to be seen. Here's my take on that. I think Gary Trent Jr. should start for the Toronto Raptors. Bring Dragic from off the bench. Play him alongside with Malachi Flynn. Gary Trent Jr. needs to be the starting shooting guard for this Toronto Raptors team, and he needs to be consistent at that. We know he's streaky. We know all that. Gary Trent Jr., this is a big season for him. We need him to be consistent, and we need him to be reliable, especially when the Raptors need their offense clicking. Then, you talk about Malachi Flynn. Can't wait to get into this one. 22 points, 3 assists, 2 rebounds. For those of you who are writing off Malachi Flynn already, saying outlandish things, what are some of the things I saw online? The Raptors should cut Malachi, give up on him? Are you kidding me? Have some patience with Malachi Flynn. You really want to give up on a guy like him this early? Malachi Flynn is a solid player. Last 2 games, he has looked very comfortable out there. I needed to see more from Malachi Flynn. Yes, I did say that. But I knew with time, Malachi was going to ease into this role. And I was very impressed with what I saw from Malachi Flynn tonight. So people saying things like that Malachi should not get any playing time and he should be cut, I don't want to hear it. Malachi Flynn, he is going to come up for this Raptors team in an important role, and I think he's going to deliver with the playing time that he does get. Okay, now let's talk about the other guys. The Raptors' other guys who were jostling for position of cracking one of those 3 final Raptors roster spots. Who do I think gets those spots? Well, let's first talk about some of the guys who were trying to get in and guys who are playing some important minutes in this game. Freddie Gillespie, Sam Dekker, Wainwright, Isaac Bonga. This is going to be a tough decision. And I'm glad I'm not the one making the decision. There's higher ups for that. I can simply just give my opinion. Here's my opinion. I think it's guaranteed. I mean, Nick Nurse implied that Utah's getting one of these final 3 roster spots. So Utah definitely gets in. So then it becomes, who are the other 2? And let me know who you think the other 2 are in the comment section down below. And we'll find this out very, very soon. I think it goes to Wainwright. I've liked what I've seen from him. And I think the other one goes to Sam Dekker, who won it tonight. He didn't get a lot of playing time over the entire preseason. He got playing time tonight, and he made the most out of his final opportunity. This dude was putting the Raptors on his back, and he's the reason why the Raptors did have that comeback in the fourth quarter on their way to the win. 18 points, couple of 3 balls, a 4-point play. Sam Dekker, he could do no wrong out there shooting-wise. And I like the notion of bringing on Sam Dekker because you can never have enough shooters. And I think Sam Dekker is one of those guys like Svi who can come into a game and inject some life into your offense by hitting a couple of 3 balls, hitting a couple of shots. So that's my opinion on this. Bonga, he's going to be very close. I wouldn't be surprised if he ends up making it. I think Reggie Perry is going to get cut. And then Freddie Gillespie, we did see him tonight. I don't think he's going to make it either. So, yeah, I think those are the Raptors who are going to get those final 3 roster spots. And Yuta, we did not see him in this final preseason game. But like I said, it's been implied that Yuta is definitely going to be back. So, all of a sudden, guys, the preseason is over. And I don't know about all of you, but I had a lot of fun watching these preseason games. Probably the most fun I've ever had in my life watching the preseason. So I can only imagine how entertaining and how good this regular season is going to be. I'm excited about this Raptors season, and I really do think the Raptors are going to make some noise. I think this team's ready to roll. I think this team is going to be competitive in every single game. I'm going to have a separate video later on this week on where I see the Raptors finishing up in the East, but all I'm going to say for today's video, in this recap style video, is yeah, the Raptors are ready to make some noise. This is a team that is going to play hard, fight hard every single game. They obviously have their fair share of issues, but this team is deep, and they do have a lot of talented players. Some familiar faces, and guys who are just entering the mix. I mean, we've seen what guys like OG have done. Freddie VanVleet, he's going to have more responsibility on his plate, starting point guard. We've seen what these other guys have done. The youngster, the rookie, Scotty Barnes. Role players like Svi Mikhailuk. New additions like Precious Achiuwa, Goran Dragic, veteran player. And then you got to bring on the return of Pascal Siakam, who the Raptors are optimistic he will get back sooner rather than later. And then Chris Boucher. So the Raptors, on paper, have a team that is going to hang tough in a lot of these ball games. Can they be consistent? Can their offense be consistent? And can they stay healthy? Those are going to be the biggest questions. But Raptors are ready to roll. I'm ready to watch them. And this is going to be a fun season. I'm, again, excited. And let's bring it on. Let's bring on the regular season. The Raptors officially get it started 1 week from tomorrow, 1 week from Wednesday, as they will host these same Wizards at home for their season home opener. No Tampa. Their home opener, where they belong, at the Scotiabank Arena. The East is going to be very, very tough. But this Raptors team is ready. They're ready to rumble. All right, guys. What did you think of tonight's game? Who do you think gets a roster spot? How do you feel about this Raptors team going forward? And, yeah, let me know your comments down below. Like this video. Subscribe if you are new. Ring the bell. And make sure you keep it locked and loaded with my social media channels. That's Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Thank you so much for watching. Again, I will have a video later on this week of where I see the Raptors finishing in the East. Be on the lookout for that. And then it's business time. Regular season starts next week. You don't want to miss out on any of the action. Make sure you turn on that post notification button because I'll be going live for the games and then doing a post-game recap just like this. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you all again in the next video. Peace out.